Hey guys, what's going on? Back with another Zombies video. Today, Treyarch released a gameplay trailer for Firebase Z. What it looks like is a gameplay trailer of sorts, kind of being reviewed by the devs at Treyarch, and kind of like what I mentioned for 115 Day. It's kind of cool to see the devs and the people who work behind the scenes that make the game, kind of the leads at Treyarch. It's kind of good to see some of them, and you will see some of them in the trailer. I did post it earlier today, but I didn't want to talk over the devs, so I kind of wanted to just kind of give them their moment, to get their thoughts out there and to everyone to see the trailer for themselves. But then today, I just want to kind of go over what they showed and kind of give my thoughts on it. Also, I'm just on YouTube. I'm just gonna hit play. I have the volume turned off, and the first thing that I noticed that came to mind, and I like doing this too because I always say, the zombie YouTubers, the bigger channels, they kind of miss some stuff. And the first couple of seconds, you can tell by the way it pans. It looks like that's gonna be the loading screen for the map. It seems like I'll just kind of backplay it again because the way the maps start out, you see like 3 seconds of every location. First that was the village. This looks like it's Firebase Z, and I guess this is also Firebase Z. And then it goes into Samantha climbing on the roof. That's my thoughts on it. I didn't see anybody mention that. Like I tell everyone, I do try and watch all the videos in the zombies community, see what people come up with, their thoughts on it, their reaction. That's the other reason I kind of wait till later in the day to to upload something, just to kind of see what everybody thinks about it. But this is some stuff that we've seen before. She's just sneaking on one of the Omega Omega soldiers, and it kind of looks pretty. I'll pause it really quickly, but it looks kind of like a generic soldier bodyguard, kind of something you would even see in Fortnite. It reminded me of that too. So it's funny if they would ever do that. Like if they would have, now we have like human soldiers that you have to fight with. That would be something, a new dynamic that would be kind of cool. I know, knowing the zombies community, and I hate always bringing it up, but it is something that is kind of like the elephant in the room. Like anytime they try something new, a new, dynamic or a new mechanic, that I can see people will complain about it. But it reminds me of Fortnite, where they did a couple seasons ago. You drop onto the map, and there's now AI soldiers or bodyguards, and maybe they drop like key cards and stuff like that. So I wonder if they would ever uh, put something like that in the game, where like, okay, so you have to fight soldiers, but at the same time now you actually have to fight AI with guns, and kind of clashing, or merging the whole war zone, maybe multiplayer aspect of it, that you have to fight soldiers at the same time trying to contend with zombies. This is what that reminded me of, and it might be something they're gonna do in the future, but like again, like maybe you're trying to be sneaky, you have to worry about zombies, but at the same time you don't want to wake up the guard or alert the guard, and maybe you need them to drop their gun or key card. Maybe you get like a free gun from it. And really quickly, I don't want to talk over him, but Craig Houston again is the lead writer. He's been there obviously since the beginning and does a great job. And I know everybody's working from home remotely, so it's kind of cool to see them, come back and talk about the map and stuff like that. Again, same thing we've seen before. She gets the teleporter, and Corky, I guess he looks like he's the studio creative director, which is funny because I think like Von Har never really got on screen and talked about zombies. That would be interesting to see him if he ever comes back in the future to talk about zombies and stuff like that. I know he's kind of like everyone's, um, their most familiar dev is Von Har. It'd be kind of interesting to see him talk about other aspects of the company. And I think other people have mentioned this. Anthony Saunders, somebody I have never seen before, but it's kind of cool to get their, like I said, the devs uh, aspect or angle on the map, and see them be excited for it also. And a lot of this again is from the trailer we got a couple days ago, and they jump into the teleporter, and they go over to the actual Firebase Z location. There was a gun right there. I want to see what that is. Again, I'm kind of like even doing this on my own live right now. I just want to see what gun that was, and I keep missing it, and I probably should slow it down. But if not, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Oh, that's probably the AUG, right? Oh, that's the first time I think the AUG is going to be a wall buy. That is definitely the AUG. I don't like burst weapons. I don't like tactical rifles, probably like most people. But it is cool to see that it's going to be on the wall. Again, I love the whole lights off thing, and I hope they do that more. And I mentioned that before, where um, they should do like a survival mode in the darkness in Die Machine, where you're at the particle accelerator and the lights are off. That way, the tracers that you buy on your gun, they're gonna be like displayed a lot better, and it's gonna be a better ambiance of like, you know, scary horror movie, you know, in the darkness with the flashlight and stuff like that. That would be something I would wish they would do a little bit more. But it is kind of cool to see that they're doing it here. Here you gotta feed the generator, so to speak, the one dark ether. I almost said 115. The dark ether, I guess, power generators with souls. At first, it's just turned off with lightning going around it. Then, as you see, they'll fight zombies, and I guess that, and they're using the dark ether to generate stuff. Why am I calling dark ether? I guess the exo element, or dark ether crystals, I guess, might be the easier way to say it. So they do that, and it comes on. Again, this is most stuff. But most of the video, again, is cool to see the, like Mark Mastis, to see them talk about the game. I know they have it tough because, like, and I'm not scared to say it. Like I said, I'm not trying to press anyone in the zombies community, but the zombies community, especially the zombie YouTubers, they need negative content to make their channels survive. So every little thing that the devs put and talk about, they always put a negative spin on it. But it's cool to kind of see them come out, so to speak, and talk about their zombies, the new zombies map. I've always said that on Twitter too. I'm like, they need to just kind of ignore all the haters and doubters and haters, and that's something that I started with Black Ops 4. I'm like, you know what? It's just not worth it, because negative people, and the saying is obviously true. Like, um, misery loves company, and it's like miserable people just want to be miserable the whole time. But I'm glad to see, and I hope they like are a little bit more active on Twitter, and I hope that like they learn, or Treyarch is kind of okay with them blocking people on Twitter. That was something that I noticed a long time ago. I'm like, why aren't they just block some of these people? Like, I don't think some of the people that go on Twitter even like have or own the game. But again, I'm gonna go back over a few things. There's not a build station, but a buy station now. Funny enough. Well, I guess you're technically building, but it's more like a buy station. And here we actually see Ravenov, which is cool. Like I said, I saw the trailer today, and I uploaded it. But it's interesting to see what he's doing, or if you can interact with him. I guess he's behind glass, and you have to talk to him through this like microphone thing here. That's, I believe, what that is. The same pack-a-punch machine is pretty cool because it's really quick. I think that's awesome. And to see Robin, I don't know how, if we can get to him, or what is. The only thing I wanted to mention, though, whenever there is somebody on a map, don't ever trust them. It happened with Shadow Man. It happened with Medusa and Ravenov. I think it's just going to be the same thing, which is cool, and it's funny because it's kind of like their little niche, I guess, in a way. But now Ravenov's on the map. I'm like, can we trust? That kind of solidifies my thoughts if we can trust them or not. And I don't think we're going to be able to. Every person that's been on a map, unless I'm crazy, you think about the Shadow Man, you helped him. with the summoning key, you help them get souls. And then I remember Medusa in Ancient Evil. Now Ravenoff is on a map, and that scares me. He's probably gonna like turn into some type of monster or something like that. I feel like. What if he ends up being like the Shadow Man or something like that? That'd be crazy. Again, the jump pad. We've seen that before. Tombstone. The Russian Mangler. And the monster at the end. I mean, I hope he ends up being a good guy, but I don't know. Whenever there's somebody on a map, I don't think you can trust them, because you think about those maps that I mentioned. Shadows of Evil use the Shadow Man in promotion. They use the I don't forget what her name was, but kind of like the fortune teller in Ancient Evil was used to promote. It just scares me. I don't think we're gonna be able to trust them. The only thing that I skipped over, I'm just gonna kind of go back again real quickly. Actually, I probably shouldn't go that far. I didn't want to talk about the Mimic. Most people are talking about that. Actually, you know what? I will just let it play, because, like I said, I kind of watch it, and I'm watching it like a kid when I watch it for the first time, and that's why like I really don't do reaction, because I'm just at all. I know right there. Well, we know where Jug's gonna be, so if you can find that building, so Juggernog is right here. Which seems like an interesting place to put it. I wonder if the machines would kind of like go throughout different locations. I mean, it matches the room pretty nice. It's a red machine in a red room. But like I said, I'm kind of now just like, well, here's the thing too, and my thoughts on this. He's not there, I don't think, at the moment. And again, a lot of these, the way the screen kind of like goes through the different locations, it looks like it's going to be part of the loading screen, show you different parts of the map when you're waiting for the lobby and to connect. I'm just kind of like doing this, so it's eyeballing it, see if I miss anything. I know I definitely missed the Mimic, and I wanted to kind of go back and talk about that. You know what's funny? I know for a fact I turned off my ringer. How the heck does that still um go? I don't know. Colin, I didn't want to talk about Colin. I remember I started playing zombies like Black Ops 2, but I remember watching some of the old videos. Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. I remember seeing him on stage with the original. I'm gonna call it like the original crew. With Jimmy and Kevin and Brian. Him, Reza El Ghazi. I think it was a COD XP event. They're so funny. They seem like the coolest people, and to see him, I haven't seen him in a while. And I know people have mentioned that a lot of the devs that worked on Zombies originally aren't there anymore. He's a funny guy, so it's cool to finally see him. And he actually doesn't look like he aged at all, except for the mustache. But if I'm not mistaken, he was definitely on stage at one of those COD XP events. He doesn't look like he aged at all, and that's got to be almost 10 years now. So he's definitely doing something right. I'm going to try and just look for the Mimic scene. I'm going to probably end it there. Because that's the only thing, too. Of course, people are saying prop hunt. I don't know if they would... See, I thought that originally also, but I'm like, I don't know how they would do prop hunt on a zombie map. I think it's going to be like zombies prop hunt on the multiplayer maps, because it's probably already coded for the multiplayer maps. They're probably just going to maybe add zombies to it. Well, yeah, I guess it's going to be a mixture of like Onslaught and prop hunt. I don't think it's going to be on the actual DLC 1 map, on the Vietnam map, and the Die Machine map. I think it's just going to be on the multiplayer maps. because I can see people like not even playing prop hunt, let's say. But here's the scene with the mimic. Like, I'm gonna pause real quick. Like, I don't see people playing prop hunt on the map. They would just go look for Easter eggs or probably look for glitches and hacks and stuff like that. I don't think prop hunt. I don't see zombies prop hunt coming to the actual map. I know that might sound like obvious to some people, but I'm hoping people aren't getting their hopes up that they can come on, you know, on Firebase Z and just play prop hunt. Obviously, it's going to be way too big of a map. I think they're just probably going to clash onslaught and they're going to clash prop hunt together, and probably the mimics are going to be on there also. Oh, I am skipping over a lot, so this might be a little bit longer than I anticipated. I did want to talk about this. In a couple weeks ago, and I don't know if it's just a big coincidence, I said maybe they're gonna do like a World War Z style, since it has World War Z and Firebase Z similar names. But this does remind me a little bit of World War Z, where you are kind of bunkered down at some parts. You are still kind of going through the map, and then you got to build like sentry guns. You got to build traps. That'd be kind of cool if they gave us like a time where we have to go here and like build build like kill streaks or something like that, or build. I know World War Z has a lot of traps that you can build. I don't think you even need anything to build them. You just kind of go over to them and press X. And here he's talking about the mimic, and it doesn't look like. I mean, he's using a shotgun. I don't think they're going to be that hard to kill. It's just he happened to use one of the slower shotguns. I mean, it is pack-a-punched, but and the wonder weapon, nothing new with the wonder weapon. We didn't really find out too much. We knew the name. We knew that it was kind of like an AK-47 and a ray gun. Anyways, I'll end it here. I'll see you guys later.